Ravi Shankar's had us pretty busy rehearsing. Most of the Indian musicians do not read music, so he's had to dictate verbally and by just singing parts to each of the Indian musicians, and each one's got a different part, so that it's been very time-consuming.
You know, I never sit down and compose music. I've never been able to do that. I'm an improviser by nature. So what I compose is like, it comes to me immediately and I just make some notes.
You're thinking, well, this guy's playing so different than the last guy he dictated to. He must have forgotten what he gave that guy, but then when you put it all together, it's all there, you know. But it's the Indian way. They do it by rote.
I think that's how he works best. He likes to have the musicians there. He's not very comfortable like sitting in his head and composing it. It's once he has everyone there, he can say, you know, you try this line, and someone's playing that, and then he looks at the next person, okay, you play this, and it all happens instantaneously, and suddenly you have the whole orchestra playing something together, and it's just on the spot. You may think you have something complete, and there's some musician that's just sitting in silence, and he'll suddenly hear the piece and look at that instrument and say, okay, now you play this, add another melody to it, and it comes together with something else. Then he'll tell the vocalists, you know, keep support on this thing, and he likes to try different things, see what works. So that's how our music works. Everyone's so used to improvising and changing that you have to be flexible.
All the Indian musicians are used to doing this. The Western element hasn't quite come in yet. I'm the lone cellist sitting off in the corner. So later on, when we have a string quartet plus myself, then we'll see. Then we'll really be in the thick of blending the Western with the Eastern. We got to notate everything in Western, but then the Indians will change. If they change a part, they'll just say, "Oh, change this to that and that to this." They're done. Then the Westerners are flipping through pages, trying to figure out where, what, and why and how. So we'll try and keep up.
So start on the fourth beat. 1, 2, 3. Make it a little slower.
Wow. And really, like, now we gotta do it.
The Indian music teacher at CalArts was Raviji's assistant and student for over 40 years. And he introduced me, and several of us are co-disciples, to Raviji and many other musicians as well. And that's how we connected. And since we learned how to, you know, with them, we learned the blessing of not only the system, but how to write it and everything. So we got one foot in the Western world and the other foot in other cultures, including this one. So it's very practical for Raviji. So I notate stuff in their Sargam notation, Indian notation, and then I'm able to transfer it to Western notation. So it helps a lot as a bridge. Okay, we'll work it out, Raviji. Okay.
It's coming now.
Okay, we'll be right there. So help me God. I made that. Okay, so the first two notes of the first line, we're gonna play that to F sharp and G. We're gonna play that. From what I understood, we're not playing the fifth line.
We were lucky in having these Western musicians, where most of them very young. So it makes a big difference because the Western musicians who are little elderly, they are very regimented in their. They take long time to pick up simple things like little twist in the rhythm.
They weren't all just classical musicians, you know. It seemed
Yeah.
like they'd all done different types of things, not necessarily just orchestral classical stuff, because that automatically loosens them up to those different kinds of ideas, you know. And they were really good.
Next section. Obviously, there is so many elements that would make something like this really not work fine, and somehow it's working fluently. It is a masterpiece. It's amazing. This goes beyond cultures, and I think people are gonna be blown away and blessed incredibly with this incredible gift of this music.
You know who'd have really loved this? Dad.
Okay, and then we put them all together. Okay.
I'm feeling good about the piece now. Because we ran through it yesterday. We needed to do that because we were rehearsing everything in sections. And in the evening was the first time we did the whole thing from beginning to end. And of course we had to stop a few times, but just going through it like that made such a difference.
Everyone is just so looking
Better.
forward to doing that again because
Yeah.
that brought out all the little corrections we need
Yeah.
to, or things we need to look
Yeah.
out for.
The strings
So-
are okay now? I mean, they've got the
It's-
whole order
they,
and everything.
They have the order. There's a few new pieces like Your Mom's Gonna Sing. They want
Yeah.
to know where that is.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, basically we're set.
She's really nervous. She never sings in public. She's a great singer. She used to be a singer when she was a kid, but it's been like 20 years or something since she performed, so she's very nervous about it. This is such a special show. I mean, it's more about, I think for us, it's more about giving that to him than showing off how good we are, you know? It's not like doing a normal show where we want to impress the audience. It's really about celebrating him and doing things he would have loved. And he was really close to my mother, so it makes sense that she would be a part of the show as well.
No, you are saying H. You are saying wish.
Vismarantu.
Wish. That's what Vismarantu.
Gaganam jala bhuvatvarana parishuddhatam gachantu rogha shokakshat bada sarve जगतधूरं गच्छन्तु
concert is about to commence. Please take your seats now, ladies and gentlemen, as the CB's concert is about to commence. Thank you. Please place your seats mask. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm totally.
Upstairs. No, upstairs. Upstairs. Upstairs left, yeah.